Welcome to the Champ Based Sports Podcast. We're the number one sports podcast in all the world, according to us. We are John Tagle.
I'm Taylor Birch.
And we are going to bring you the news right now. No, we're not.
Yeah.
Sponsored.
No, the first one is Dasani. I hate some Dasani.
Smart Water's the best. Actually, no, Fiji is the best. Then it's Smart Water. Then it's Walmart.
Wait, have you had the pH water, the plus?
Oh, the Essentia pH 9.
Yeah, 9.5, something like that.
There's a 9.5 now?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't feel different when you drink it?
I mean, I guess
I think it's all a mental.
I guess my pH balance gets a little bit, helps me out a little bit.
I will say the pH, though, in vegetables is very high, so that's why they're trying to do this.
Is that why I'm so gassy?
It's nice to see you in person, though.
It is.
Yeah.
We're here in person for the first time.
Yeah,
Hopefully you
true.
guys enjoy this, because now I get to do this.
Oh God, no! Oh wait,
I owe you a
want-
high five.
You want to pay up? Is it
I owe you
one
a-
or is it two?
it's one.
Hold on, I gotta.
I owe you a high five.
gotta get ready for this. I don't
Chris,
know
make
how
sure
to
to
do
look at
this.
the elbow.
Okay, well, hold on.
Boom.
Ah,
That's for you guys.
All right,
If you guys know, you know. Comment down below if you were there. I get
we're
my.
also in person now, so I have to pay up as well.
I get
Even
two.
though I said I wasn't going to, but I'm going to because I don't like going people things. So
I will-
Celsius for John, 2 Celsius for winning his games.
Let me crack both of these open and
Oh,
just pour them all over
Jesus,
myself.
Please don't.
I don't want to get the leather. This is the genuine leather. I don't want to get it all sticky, you know.
Yeah, well, you can't let them hear it though. You want them to hear it?
Oof. Yeah, you guys can hear that genuine leather.
Yeah, with our
Feel
new mic going
it.
on here. See,
Nice crisp
Yeah.
mic. The bunny. Is
the
what
bunny,
the snow bunny
the
is what they
snow
call it.
bunny. Yeah.
Because it is the snowball mic.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys want to purchase that, we'll put a link in the description. Probably not, though.
We are
so.
not going to do that.
But, Taylor, how the hell are you? I flew all the way up here from Tampa, Florida,
Just to see me?
just to record this podcast. I'm flying back tonight at 7 p.m.
I'll just get you right back on that Avello flight.
That's
huh?
right. They got me on a Velo's first class, all the way in the front seat. I'm sitting next to the pilot.
Are you? Wow. Well, they probably would do that, seeing how they don't have people working.
I know. I paid $300 for that.
$300 for the pilot seat.
Yeah, because
Did they let you fly it a little bit?
I have. It depends on the pilot, honestly.
Depends on the pilot.
It depends on the pilot. Sometimes they're a bit like, "Hey, man, don't touch that." But
Will they let you take that bag with you though?
of course,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know whether to look here or look there. This
look.
is weird.
You can look both. You look at both. You gotta.
Yeah.
So showmanship. You look at the camera. You gotta look at the light, and then you say hi to the audience. Hey, audience, how you guys doing today? Welcome to the Champ Based Sports Podcast yet again.
Why?
Because I just
welcome again.
Welcome again.
I'm
wanted
gonna
to
leave all the welcomes in there. We're just gonna welcome.
Yeah, it's we're gonna make them feel cozy.
Mm-hmm.
Taylor, how long?
Well, do you at least have a good flight up here, or how did it work out?
Oh, yo.
I heard you had some.
I'm not gonna lie right now.
John's a little tired. That's why he's in charge of those Celsiuses. Celsius?
That landing, the landing I had was so buttery smooth.
Was it?
Oh my god, that dude deserves a raise.
Does he?
He landed that plane like I was landing on a cloud, like I was driving the Cadillac again.
I see. Not like we were in the cloud.
No, not like we're in the cloud like iCloud, but more like we're in the Cadillac again.
Oh, I remember that thing.
I almost
glide across the road perfectly.
Yeah, it was just like this.
Yeah. And
It was so smooth.
came in the land and just like, oh.
Yeah, and I was greeted by the Raleigh Durham faithful in their Carolina gear as I was sporting.
What did they do to you? Oh, well.
They didn't do anything.
Someone's here to see the dog.
They didn't do anything because they don't. I guess they're not like Philly fans, where they want to fight everybody.
They're not going to fight you?
No, they didn't want to fight me, so I'm glad they didn't. I wore my Bucs gear. Obviously, got to always be repping the Bucs gear because Tampa Bay sports. They don't call it Champa Bay for nothing, ladies and gentlemen.
That's true. That's true. Bye, Becca.
Good call. She's getting the dog all riled up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, she is. So.
Yeah. My wife, she's a piece of work sometimes, but you know what? I gotta love her. She makes a mean pork.
Grilled cheese?
No, and good grilled cheese, lots of butter.
I thought you're the one that's porking.
Well,
I get confused with all these things.
No, I'm
That's what you were saying yesterday. You said you were really having fun doing the porking.
No, somebody mentioned that they came, and I was like, I came last night, I was talking about pork, beans, and yellow rice.
Oh.
I was talking about a meal, bro.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the pork is actually really good. It's pork shoulder. She'll slow cook it in the crock pot.
Are you the one that's chopping up the pig, or how's that working?
Of course, I gotta go back to the slaughterhouse. Out back. Got a few of them.
Do you have room in the backyard to do that?
Hell yeah, we got plenty of room.
I didn't know you had a pig pen back there.
Dude, I wish, honestly. That would be pretty fun, actually. If I had more than 10 feet of backyard space, Jesus.
I heard they're really fun to have a pet pig. Like, it actually, we'll listen to
like
like a dog.
Like the teacup pigs. I heard they're actually.
You could do that too, but I'm thinking like a full pot-bellied
Oh,
pig.
like a freaking hog almost.
Yeah,
Too big?
Without the horns and stuff. Like,
Without the tusks.
I don't want it stabbing me.
Well, you could go out to Mayaca and do that and shave them down, maybe.
That could be pull the husks off.
That could be.
It's like the same as declawing a cat, harmless.
Yeah,
just rip them right out.
Yeah, there might be animal abuse, and you might serve some time, but you know what? Hey, at least you got a pet pig.
Hey, serving time. That reminds me of something.
Serving time?
Yeah.
What does that remind you of?
That reminds me of when you broke into that bank and did some time for the night in the jail.
I did climb to the roof of the bank in an attempt to splinter cell my way into the safe.
Yeah, he was unsuccessful.
If you guys know, comment down below if you know what Splinter Cell is.
Yeah.
I played that on the first Xbox that came out.
If you know what I'm talking about, we climbed on the roof during Christmas to take a picture with a Christmas tree.
Maybe if I can find the picture, I will post it in the community tab.
Yeah, you should. You really should. But in all seriousness, Antonio Brown.
Oh God.
Back in the news again.
What did he do now?
So this one's just stupid because he's like. It's something simplistic. He just owed his ex-wife money, and he failed to make the payments. But I wonder if this is really all having to do with the fact that he's not making the payments to those players. You know what happened with that? Like how
I remember. So I do remember that he was a part of the Arena Football League, I think is what it was, and he wasn't paying the players and coaches and staff on that team that he was owner of. But I believe I heard about this alimony thing on the Drew Garabo live show. Shout out to Tampa Bay Radio. They were talking about Antonio Brown not paying his baby mama, which I believe, I'm going to be honest, I believe, if you know about the mugshot for D. Trump, $15,000 a month in alimony.
Yep.
Or child support. I believe it was $15,000.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
I don't care if you're a millionaire, billionaire. That's a lot of money to just be forking over to somebody every month.
That's a ton of money. That's like over $200,000 a year.
That's right? Crazy. What's 15 times 12?
I don't know. That's math.
So every quarter, that's what, $75,000?
$180,000 a year.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yowza.
That's primo. Well, she's got to keep her lifestyle, so.
That's true. You gotta get the hair did. You gotta get the nails done. Gotta drive the latest BMW.
That's true.
Can't be cleaning the house because I can't be getting these fresh nails dirty. Gotta have them made.
Oh my God, that's just a fun ploy at me because we got our house cleaned today. John came here. He's like, "Wow, it's so clean in here." We're like, "Yeah, we pay some of it."
I will say this: they didn't get the baseboards, so I'm just messing. They got them.
No, John went down there and was like, he went up there with his finger, ran right up. He's like, "Would you eat off this?" I was like, "No, I don't eat off my baseboards."
You don't?
No, you do? Oh God.
No, I eat at my desk like a freaking gremlin.
Oh yeah, that's true. And then your trash is just down here. You're like,
yeah, you guys can't see it on my camera, but if I was to point the camera all around me, there'd be trash everywhere.
If you hear him when he gets up to do his jumping jacks, you should hear him squishing down the trash.
We have to compress the audio so that you don't hear me stepping on the bottles and trash.
We mute his mic every week.
That's right.
Right before it's game.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's.
But this week it's gonna be a little different because I have a game for Taylor, and you know what though. On that Antonio Brown subject, that dude has really spiraled out of control ever since that Jets game. I can't believe the dude has started a rap career, then failed, tried to own an arena football team, then failed.
Would you say failed?
He technically did own the team, but he doesn't pay anybody. What's the point of? How do you call it any bit of success if you're not paying the people? Because you're obviously running out of money somehow. Is he going on drunken benders? Is he going spending all of his money on hookers and drugs? Who knows?
I don't think he can be helped. He has to help himself at this point. He's too far gone.
Honestly. And Antonio Brown, if you ever happen to come across this podcast,
we are here for you.
Please.
Yeah.
For the love of God.
Just stop.
No. But please.
Go for a run.
Please, just get some help, my dude. Just go check yourself into rehab.
You're really sincere. I'm going to cut this out. This is so bad. We can't leave this in the pod. You're being way too nice.
You know what? I am being too nice. Go fuck yourself.
There it is.
No, but seriously, go check yourself into some rehab, brother, because something's wrong, and you just need to.
Well, what type of rehab is there for just being crazy?
It's called a loony bin.
Oh, loony bin. Oh,
the loony bin or the mental health hospital.
The padded room.
Yeah, he needs to just chill in the padded room.
Padded room.
Yeah, where he can
with this, he needs the what's that called?
The straight jacket.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so he can think about new raps.
Straight jacket or straight jacket?
Stray or straight? Let us know in the comments. I have no clue.
I don't know either.
I heavily encourage comments. I heavily encourage them
all the time for whatever.
Because I will respond to your comments.
Even though John has too many hot takes and people are not about him because let's talk about it. So Travis Etienne, right?
Oh,
you're like,
God.
I think he's going to be so good this year, and this guy comes in comments and he's like, well, you can't just be putting hot takes out there and not having any proof, especially since he has such a soft offensive line. I think is what it said. I mean. The reason why John is putting that, and I know where he's coming from, but obviously he's going to have to go more into explaining this stuff. But so Trevor Lawrence, way stronger quarterback this year, right? So people can't just pad the box and shut down Travis Etienne that way. On top of that, Etienne really came out on the scene last year and was figuring out his way throughout the season. I think he's looking forward to having another full season where he's feeling confident with himself, and he's going to put up some great numbers, especially with Trevor Lawrence throwing the ball off that play action. It's going to make people hesitate.
The reason why I think Travis Etienne is going to be an amazing running back this season. Number one, Trevor Lawrence is going to be entering his third year in the NFL, and he has not only gotten better year over year, he now has other weapons to throw the ball to. So Etienne can find a way to get open, and if you get one-on-one Etienne with a linebacker, I'm taking that all day. Dink and dunk football wins football games. Number two, Etienne is the only running back on that team. Give me the number 2 running back. I couldn't name him. He's going to be getting all the carries. He's going to be getting the football, whether on a screen pass or a Texas route. Hopefully you know what that is. And his offensive line is slightly weak. But you know what? He's fast enough to escape linebackers and DNs. I think Travis Etienne is going to have 1,650 rushing yards. That is my claim. 1,650 rushing yards. And then he's going to have an additional 950 receiving yards.
Oh my God.
He is going to win the Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC.
That's really bold, man. Holy shit. Oh my God. You've gone too far. All right.
I've gone too far. I don't think I'm far enough.
Yeah.
MVP of the Super Bowl.
No, Jonathan.
No, I'm not. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding on that one.
Yeah, he's also going to be the passing leader for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's right. He's going to be touchdown passing leader.
Yeah. What about Frank Taylor? Because he's going to come to the Bucs, isn't he?
Frank Taylor?
Did you see that?
No.
Oh, they were talking about what it would take to get him on the team. I'm I don't
God.
think we want him that bad. I mean, we're happy with who we got. We're happy with Walter White, Rashad White.
Oh, wait, did you mean Jonathan Taylor?
What did I say?
Frank Taylor.
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. Oh, he's coming back for a 35th season.
That's what I meant. Yeah, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. You know what? I wouldn't be upset if we took him, but you know who is on the waivers right now or in free agency?
Trey Lance?
Kareem Hunt.
Oh. Well, who did he beat up this time?
Nobody this time. He's just a free agent. The Browns didn't re-sign him, so Kareem Hunt is available for us to take, and I would honestly...
That would be a cool 1-2 punch. And he's used to that because he's used to taking care behind Nick Chubb.
That is true.
So
I would honestly like that. I would honestly take Kareem Hunt, start him, and then have Rashad White be in for
third down plays.
Third down or screen plays,
yeah,
passing back type stuff. Yeah. I think that would actually be really cool.
He's a really good pass catcher. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Not Kareem Hunt, the other guy.
Kareem Hunt, yeah, Rashad White.
Walter White.
Walter White. But I don't know what we would do with Chase Edmonds at that point then.
Oh, crap. Yeah, we don't need him.
Because,
we don't need
honestly, we could just cut him and eat that cap.
Oh.
Or just send him to the practice squad.
Did we just sign him?
Yeah, we did. No, don't cut him. Don't cut him.
This is why we're
No, I would say having Kareem Hunt on the team would be good, but I think we should focus on the offensive line because what I heard last week and a little bit this week about Ryan Jensen is our O-line is going to be pretty beat up for the first part of this season. Ryan Jensen not looking like he's going to be playing in the first few games of this season. His knee injury is still holding him up from last year when he got, he tore meniscus, ACL type thing. Yeah. It's pretty bad.
We can tell what we were talking about earlier. I mean, we were talking, like, when we were looking at that earlier, we're like, wow, I don't know if he's ever really going to play again, or at least play to the level that he was ever at before. He's going to be hesitant to hurt himself. It's going to take him, let's say he gets back and cleared to take contact again. It's going to take him, like, a year, at least, to feel confident on the thing before he's, like, going to be afraid to hurt himself.
Yeah, because he feels like he re-aggravated the injury playing in that playoff game against the Cowboys last season. So, I mean...
I'm glad that helped so much. That was great.
Because if he had not played in that game, who knows what we would be talking about now, him potentially starting week 1 against the Vikings. Mm-hmm. But now...
And the Bucs winning the Super Bowl last year.
Now there's a report, Jensen, like, potentially contemplating retirement because he doesn't feel like he'll ever be able to play to that level again.
Yeah.
So, who knows what's going to happen with that? I don't necessarily know.
Really, he just misses Brady.
That's true. I think that's true. He probably just misses Brady because Baker is a clown, honestly, in my opinion. The dude just put on makeup, go to freaking clown school, and start at the Ringling Circus, man. You live in Florida. It's just an hour drive south to Sarasota.
I really hope that he finds a way to prove us wrong.
Honestly,
because it would be a lot of fun to watch if he went like 11-6. I mean, that would. I mean, like
11-7. Isn't it 18 now? How many games do we play?
17.
11-5. We're going 11-5.
No, John, not yet. Not yet.
If Baker Mayfield wins us the NFC South and gets us to the NFC Championship game, I will drink half this bottle. And I will throw up live on the podcast.
Oh, boy. Well,
I will fly up here, drink this bottle.
And then fly back.
And then fly back same day.
Oh, my God.
Waste it out of my mind.
Oh, boy.
And then, you know what else I'll do? I will buy a Baker Mayfield jersey.
That sounds like a lot better thing to do instead of drinking all that tequila.
You know, I like it.
All right. How about for every
win I do a shot?
I think every win that Baker gets.
Actually, you know
what?
If
Trask gets a win, it doesn't count. Baker gets a win, yeah.
For every touchdown Baker Mayfield throws.
Oh no.
For every touchdown.
He's going to have like the best season of his life and throw like 55.
For every touchdown Baker throws, I will donate.
One shot.
No. I'll actually do something for a good cause here.
Okay.
I will accumulate this over the season, and I will keep track of this. For every touchdown Baker Mayfield throws, I will donate $5 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital of Tampa.
That is a lot of money. Nice job.
There you go.
That's great.
Well, because I don't think he's going to throw very many, but I will do it.
I think it's my guess is you're going to be donating $180.
Hey, you know what? If it's $180, you know what's $180 well spent.
That's true. That's true.
That is what I will do.
You'll be upset and happy all at the same time.
That's correct. I will be upset, but doing a good thing.
That's true.
But in other news, Taylor, you're not wrong about that Trey Lance stuff. There's some Trey Lance rumors going around. He's the third-string quarterback for the 49ers right now.
I know. Well, it's not even a rumor. That's what they told him, and apparently he took it. Like they took it well, but he was mad at the same time.
Oh, dude!
So can you believe that who's the starter there?
Brock Purdy.
That's awesome. I think that's amazing. He just came out of nowhere, and he won that. Even at the beginning of training camp, they weren't even talking about him being the starter. They're like, who's going to be the number 2? And then Brock Purdy beat everybody out. That's just insane.
If Brock Purdy continues this same path that he did last season and just absolutely destroys defenses.
Well, why don't you go a little bit more into that, like their background? Because I don't know if everybody knows that exact story.
Which one?
About Brock Purdy. You don't need to look it up.
Well, I just didn't know what school he came from. That's the only thing.
Gotcha. I was like, he's down. So he was down pretty far on the depth chart. Was he number 3?
He was the third-string quarterback.
Third-string quarterback. They ended up getting Trey Lance
was the number 1 overall pick.
They were going to play him. They ended up playing Jimmy Garoppolo because Trey Lance got hurt.
Yeah.
And then when they were going into the playoffs, Jimmy Garoppolo also got hurt.
That's what it was.
Brock Purdy came in.
Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. He was the last pick in the draft from Iowa State.
I think we've heard that before. Have you ever heard of a guy that was like one of the last picks in the draft?
His name was Thomas Patrick Edward Brady III.
Did you just keep making these names up every time?
That's his real name.
That's his actual name.
Yeah.
That is awful.
That's his real name.
God. I mean, that's why you like him so much. He's got like 7 first names like you do.
Yeah, my name. I'm not gonna say my full name for the people, but
you
yeah.
Say it to him?
Please don't.
Father John Anthony.
No, that's me, Father John Anthony.
Oh, so he's come on the scene, and he was is it one win away from winning the Super Bowl last year?
That's true.
You know,
but I think the stage was too big for him. But I think, honestly, this year we'll see if he's for real, and if he does, hey, you know what? That's great for the 49ers. Good on them. I wish we had got him. I wish we had got a good quarterback. The Bucs never get good quarterbacks. We had Steve Young in the 90s and 80s, or whenever we drafted him, and then we traded him away.
Yeah, we draft quarterbacks and then we give them away.
That's right. Trent Dilfer. Drafted Trent Dilfer, sent him to Baltimore, wins a Super Bowl.
Doug Williams
Drafted him, sent him to Washington, wins a Super Bowl.
Josh Freeman,
not in the league anymore.
I really wanted you to say traded to the Detroit Lions and then went to the Patriots. The third string quarterback won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Jameis Winston, drafted him, got LASIK, played better for the Saints. It's
he
like
stopped eating so many crap.
Quarterbacks just get better once they leave the Bucs. I'm hoping, because I so badly, deep down, want Baker to do well. But at the same time, I just don't believe in him. I just don't.
I don't believe in revamping all these quarterbacks like we do. Like we bring all these people. Like we brought Jake Plummer in, right?
Oh my god!
That for a season, that was a waste of time. Jeff Garcia. While I loved watching him play,
I did.
He's a all-star in the Canadian Football League.
It's just
that's where he excelled.
I'll be honest. I think we should just send a 6-rounder to San Francisco for Trey Lance, because there's a part of me that's like, wait a minute. This quarterback, although I did think it was I didn't think he was necessarily bad. I just thought it was stupid for San Francisco to draft him when they had a proven quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo. Because in my opinion, Jimmy Garoppolo is a winner. He wins football games. He's been to the Super Bowl, multiple NFC championship games. He wins you football games.
Yeah.
Just
not the big games.
Well, I mean,
not the biggest game.
That's true. But I would say he did go up against the Chiefs, who were unstoppable that year. You can't necessarily say that he did poorly in that game. I would have to look at the stats, but like
the Chiefs were unstoppable against the Bucs too.
Well, the Bucs that year had the best defense in the league. They absolutely mollywopped freaking Patrick Mahomes in that backfield. He got hit more than he had ever been hit in his life in that freaking game, because the Bucs didn't forget about that midseason loss. They didn't forget. And I'll be honest here. I think Trey Lance has the ability to be a good quarterback in the NFL. I just don't think he will ever succeed in San Francisco because they want Brock Purdy to be the guy so badly. And it pains me because they took him as the very first pick. And I don't know. I don't know why they're throwing that away for this flash in the pan, potentially lightning in a bottle. Because who knows, Brock Purdy could go out there and tear his ACL like Trey Lance. Wouldn't he tear his Achilles? Was that what it was? He broke his ankle?
I can't remember. Yeah,
he did something. I forget what it is.
Yeah, he did a Joe Burrow, but he didn't come back.
That's right. So I think Trey Lance has the ability to be a good quarterback in the NFL. He just needs to go to a team where he can start, get the reps. Because as much as I hate to say this, I think Justin Fields will have a better season this year than he did last year.
Yeah, that's not much.
It's not much.
You're not saying much.
I'm not saying much there, but I think he will have a better passing season because of the wide receiver they brought in DJ Moore, and because Chase Claypool wasn't cutting it, and Darnell Mooney is not cutting it. Cole Kmet is a good tight end.
He is, yeah.
And I believe they got rid of David Montgomery. I don't know who their running back is now in Chicago, but they got rid of David Montgomery.
Maybe Jonathan Taylor. That would be a good idea.
There you go. That Bears offense would look pretty good with Justin Fields.
Well, that's a running attack for sure.
That's a definitely good running football team.
2,500 yards of running offense that year.
They could probably get 3,000 rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
I think they could be the first team to do it. Get 3,000 rushing yards total. I think they could easily do that if they had Jonathan Taylor and Justin Fields running with that football, and if they could implement some sort of like jet sweep type plays with their wide receivers, that could be a deadly rushing attack.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't care about the NFC North because we're in the NFC South, baby. The Bucs are winning the Super Bowl.
Well, they're hopefully going to win the division, but not with Derek Carr and playing with the Saints.
Well, according to Baker Mayfield, he thinks that he's gonna be great.
What was the quote that he said this week? That he's talented and he knows he's talented or something?
Oh my God.
That's just one of my favorite things I've ever heard.
I gotta find that quote because holy crap.
He's like, yeah, I know I'm talented. I know what I can do. It's just all about implementing now.
Well,
boy.
Well, here's a quote right here from Sports Illustrated. I feel like I was comfortable enough in the system, commanding the offense, and able to hit guys in the right spots. That's
Wow.
unsuspect.
Yeah.
It's not saying anything against anybody else. I just feel like I'm in a good command of the offense. You know, that's good that he feels comfortable in our offense, Taylor. What do you think?
I'm glad he's really good at saying that he doesn't want to badmouth Trask. That's what he's trying to say with that. He's like, I'm not saying anything about anything else. I just feel like I'm doing a good job.
Well, if it results in W's in that column, you know, the W column, the one that I feel like it's not going to happen very much this season.
You mean the shot column? Or what are we taking shots for?
Oh.
I was saying you need to take a shot for every win they have.
Shot for every win. That's okay.
Yeah.
And so it looks like I'm only taking 2 shots this season, people.
And when the season ends, after we make the wild card at 9-8, and we get that, we win the wild card round. You're going to take 10 shots when we leave in the next round. What's that round called? After wild card, what's after?
Divisional.
Division.
I just, I know we talk about this every podcast, but it's just like you can't not talk about it because he was named the starter this week, and Todd Bowles, the most quotable man in the NFL.
All right, we'll just cut this out. It's fine.
The most quotable man. He says, and I quote, "Baker is our starting quarterback. Kyle's number 2."
I'm glad we got a new mic so that John can yell in the room. It's very nice.
Well, dude, you got to make sure the people can hear you.
I'm very excited too about this quote.
I am ecstatic about this quote from Todd Bowles because I'll repeat it. Baker is our starting quarterback. Kyle is number 2. That's plain and simple. Todd Bowles, you keep being you, Todd. I love it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope that because Baker's strength. Taylor, what do you think Baker's strengths are?
Throwing the ball deep.
That's it?
You
think he has a good deep ball?
Sorry, was I supposed to say I'm done?
I don't know. I was listening.
That was about it.
No, so
I think that's all he has. I think he likes throwing the deep ball, and I think he's good at it. That's that.
So I'm gonna be honest.
You can shut that down though. That's my problem.
Honestly, though, could you? Because Mike Evans he's been known to be getting more physical in his later part of his career.
True, and getting slower.
He's more physical and more slower, but he can still catch, except for when Tom Brady's throwing the ball to him deep.
That is so true. I don't know if he's like throwing like what are they called when they?
He's got rocks for hands, dude.
Yeah.
And Butterfingers eating too many chicken wings, I guess, with his gloves on.
Yeah, he must have learned that from Winston.
I think he had a better career when Winston was the quarterback when he was blind throwing the ball.
That's true. The only issue I have is that we have to use Chris Godwin, and Chris Godwin
is Mr. Glass.
He runs the short routes.
That's true.
So if Baker is able to hit him, I think that's the biggest thing. But he really likes throwing the ball deep.
Well,
he likes throwing the ball deep in single coverage. I think that's what he excels in that.
You know what I think could work is because we have a new wide receiver in Trey Palmer because Russell Gage went down.
Wait, who's that?
Trey Palmer?
No.
Russell Gage?
Yeah.
He tore his ACL last week.
I know. Remember when we talked about him last year? You're like, Russell Gage is going to be the starting lineup. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Oh, he played for the Falcons. I forget what we called him, though. I'm going to start calling him Mr. Glass, too, because back-to-back seasons, he's going to be out.
Yep, that's perfect.
That's not good. But it's good for Trey Palmer because I believe in Trey Palmer.
I do, too. He looks great out there. Even I know it's preseason, but...
You saw him, too.
I did.
He's looking good.
He's looking good. He's getting a little cocky, but I'm all about it if he can keep performing like that.
I agree because I think that would be a great trio of receivers for Baker. And if Baker fucks it up with this offense, he does not deserve to be a starter in the NFL. Because I think you could insert Jimmy Garoppolo, Anthony Richardson, Trey Lance, Eli Manning,
Justin Fields,
Tua Tagovailoa.
Justin Fields is too far.
Maybe Jared Goff.
Because Justin Fields, you actually have to be able to throw to a receiver.
That's true.
You can't just run the ball and hand it off to him.
That's true. But I will say you could put any starting quarterback from around the league in our offense, and they would succeed with this offense. Now, not necessarily our offensive line, because it's a little weak, but with our receivers and with our two running backs, Chase Edmonds and Rashad White, I think that's a decent offense. Like, you name somebody better other than the Chiefs and the Jets.
For the offense, yeah, and the Jets are pretty good too. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
with A-Rod, Garrett Wilson, and didn't they draft a receiver too? And they have Breece Hall coming back off injury with Dalvin Cook running the ball. Dude, that's a good offense.
Yeah, we just need Zeke.
Zeke signed with the Patriots, so he's going to be eating up touchdowns over there.
Oh, yeah. You're going to just play him on the goal line.
He's going to, honestly, I think Zeke will be like Garrett Blount from 2017 or whatever year that was, where he literally scored, 20 touchdowns and had 400. What was it? It was less than 1,000 rushing yards, but 20 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. It was something crazy like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was awesome for fantasy, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, did you have him?
No, I didn't. But it was cool to watch.
Yeah, that's true.
Vulturing up them touchdowns.
You got stuff about the Rays?
I do have stuff about the Rays that's not related to pedophiles.
Da-da-da.
So the Rays finally got a sweep against the Rockies.
Wait, where did I put the broom? Oh, it's not in here.
Yeah. So the Rays, they finished out their 3-game series against the Angels, which started last Friday. They won 2, and in Game 3 of that series, they scored 18 runs, Taylor. 18 runs.
That's more than I can count on my fingers.
That's right. They won 18-4.
All right.
That's a blowout, bro. Oh, my God.
I can count 4 on my fingers, though.
Yeah. And
wait, did they play the Angels, you said?
Yeah, they played the Angels.
Well, that's a good way to just end it. You're like, you know what? I know we beat you before, but we don't want to really beat you. You want to lose your pride.
That's right.
Why are you guys even a baseball team?
You know what, True?
Wait, was that guy... Oh, I can't say his name. Oshihana?
Oshihana, oh my God. It's Otani.
Otani.
It's like Shohei Otani.
Was he pitching in that 18
Who was the starting
run
pitcher?
game? Because that would be insane.
Pitching. Nope. He did not.
Which game did he pitch?
I wonder if he even pitched.
I would assume none of them because...
Maybe it was in the win because they did beat the Rays in Game 2 and no. Let me try Game 1 of that series. I don't know if he did play. At all.
So many runs. Holy God.
No, he did not pitch at all. Otani did not play against the Rays in that 3-game series. Wow. But the Rays did sweep the Colorado Rockies 12-4, 6-5, 5-3. So the Rays are turning it on late in this season to make a fiery push into the playoffs because they now have 73 wins, I believe. Yep, 78 wins. Oh, my God. I was off by 5.
Still behind the Orioles.
They are still 2 games back from the Orioles, but they are making a great playoff push late here to try to get to that number 1 spot in the AL East. The only teams that come close in the American League are the Rangers and the Mariners and the Astros with 70 wins, 72, 71, 72 on that. Those are the only other teams with 70 wins. The Blue Jays are 9.5 games back. Don't necessarily have to worry about them unless... the Orioles and the Rays go on a massive skid. But I don't think so. The Rays look like they're turning it up 7-3 in their last 10.
The Yankees all the way down there, huh? They're below 500.
I can't hear them.
What?
I can't hear them.
Who?
What's an Aaron Judge?
Yeah, what is a Judge?
What's an Aaron Judge? I don't know what that is.
It's hard for me to hear him too. He's all the way up there.
Yeah.
I talk to him when he's 6'7" or whatever he is.
Yeah, but I think the Rays have a good shot to win the pennant this year.
Yeah, I think it's good. I'm glad that they're not. What's it called if you have the best record in the MLB for this regular season? Did they have a trophy for that, or just a pennant?
I don't think they have a thing for that.
I don't think they do. I've never heard of it. So, but I'm glad they're not winning that because it seems to be a curse on anybody who wins that stuff.
Yeah, hockey should get rid of it.
They really should get rid of it because it means nothing other than the Detroit Red Wings in 2008. That's it.
I watched that Henrik Zetterberg team. Oh man!
Wow, you know a hockey player.
Yeah, I remember Henrik Zetterberg. That dude had a massive beard.
You're a Detroit fan for hockey for a little bit because of your dad.
Yeah,
right?
And then that was I think that was the last year Dan Osgood was the goalie for the Red Wings.
Yeah, don't quote me on that. I have no idea.
Do you even know who that is?
I do.
Okay.
I thought he played in the 90s, so I guess he could have played in both the 90s and the 2000s.
I could Google that, but I'm pretty sure I think that was the last year he was the goalie for the Red Wings. And then I'm trying to remember, there was another really good player other than Zetterberg that was on that team.
Datsuk? Wow.
That's
You
crazy.
just remember getting like left at the game or at the bus station by
That's
your,
right.
by your family.
That's right. They left
Hoping
me.
someone would just pick you up. You're like, Pavel Datsyuk, get me home.
Yeah, Pavel Datsyuk drove me home. No, he did not. But yeah, in the National League though for baseball. Going back to baseball for a minute.
Wait, hold on. I'll look up Osgood then. Hold on. You're good though.
Yeah, but the Braves are still the number 1 team in the league with 82 wins. So that's it for baseball, though. But for hockey, I know Taylor's got something about some crazy signing for the Lightning.
It's not crazy. It's nothing too crazy. I don't like it, but it doesn't mean it's crazy. Let's see. He did play for Detroit until 2011.
Yeah, there we go. See, I knew he.
Let's see. In 2008, he was. It looks like he was a starting goalie.
Yeah, I swear he was.
Games started. Games.
I gotta take a look at that roster, man, because that's
right.
that's a legendary roster right there. 2008 Detroit Red Wings. I remember watching. I actually watched this Stanley Cup Finals in Charlotte, North Carolina, when I was visiting my uncle. I drove up here with my
biological parents.
No, it was with my grandma.
Oh, which one? G-Pat?
G-Pat, yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh my God, Valtteri Filppula.
Filppula was on that team?
Yeah.
Oh, he was on the Lightning too when they went to the finals.
Yeah. Oh my God, Cronwall, I remember him. Nick Lindstrom, I remember him. Dude, I remember some of these guys. Jimmy Howard. The 1 year Jimmy Howard was good. Dude, I remember a lot of these guys. I remember Cronwall, Chelios. I remember him as well.
Yeah. He's a broadcaster now.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's on ESPN, I think. I'm not a fan. He's very monotone and just talks like this the whole time. And then he's just like, yeah, I really think they should go out there and try to win.
No shit.
Oh man, how many times have you been hit in the head, man? It's all right. You can tell us. It's all right. Save space.
I also remember Holmstrom as well. This brings back memories, man.
Yeah, that's
an all-timer right there.
All-inclusive roster from all the slots. They got everybody. They have like stars in every position for that team.
They did.
They really did.
Then that's why they won the cup that year. I believe it was against the Penguins.
And the President's Trophy.
Yeah. Wasn't it against the Penguins?
The President's Trophy?
No, the finals.
I think so. That was when Detroit was still in the West.
Yeah.
They're not in the West anymore.
No, now they're in the East, which is kind of weird.
It's a little odd. But
yeah, because I remember they used to play against the Rockies back in the day. Mm-hmm. I mean, not the Rockies, the Avalanche.
Yeah. The Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah.
Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, the Avalanche, and that's when somebody got paralyzed in one of those games in the 90s. I forget who that was, but my dad told me about that.
Yeah.
Because my believe it or not, my dad had the starting lineup for their cards for their 94 Stanley Cup year. He had all the cards framed for that championship team.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I wonder if he still has that.
Yeah, I would like to see that. That's cool.
Yeah, because he had all the Russians on there.
Okay.
Well, that's who was playing for the team in that year.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was cool. I wish I still had a picture of it because I had that hung up in my room. I just don't know what happened to that.
Probably pawned it off to start his company.
You know what? He might have.
Did he already start his company at that point, or he started it
No, he started ArtView 2014, 2015.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it was after I moved out. That's for sure.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would wait till you move out to start something cool too.
That's true.
Yeah.
You kind of did though.
I did. All right. Lightning news. We did have a couple signings. They are
Go Bolts!
So I'll start with Darren Radish. Darren Radish is...
Does he like radishes?
The little ones.
Nice.
He is a defenseman. He's a third-line defenseman, I would say.
So he's a scrub? Kinda.
Sorta, kinda.
Did we overpay?
I think so.
Did we pay him over $2 million a year?
We do not. So that he's doing all right. Like he's at 1.7, I think it is. So
that's still a little steep in my opinion.
A little bit for someone that's that low of a level, but I think he is better than his line mate, who would be Calvin DeHaan, which is the guy from North Carolina or from Raleigh.
From the Hurricanes?
Sorry, he came from the Canes. That's what I keep trying to say.
He came from here?
He came from the Canes. Calvin DeHaan did, not Darren Radish. Darren Radish was on our team last year. Calvin DeHaan came from the Hurricanes, and we signed him for league minimum, which was $775,000. So he's going to be playing with him. I think that's good because he is better than him. So there's a level that he need to probably be paid more than him. I don't know about more than double though. But we only signed him for 2 years. Not a big deal. Cap sounds like it's going up like $5 to $10 million next year. So, not a big deal. That contract will pretty much disappear if the cap goes up that high.
I hope the cap goes up that high because the Lightning have been consistently good for the better part of like a decade. So,
yeah. Well, it goes up. That means everybody's goes up. But it pretty much is. So, I think I was telling you earlier about Austin Matthews. Do you know who that is?
That's a name that definitely sounds familiar.
So he's like I was saying earlier. I think he's probably he's top 5 player in the league, all-star. So he's scored 60 goals before. He scores average of 40 something. He has the most goals since he got drafted in the league.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's even more.
Yeah, you were saying he's the 3rd best player in the league.
Something like that, but that might even be wrong. Let's go with 5 because you got to have hockey.
Oh, got to have hockey God and then hockey Jesus.
Then Nathan McKinnon, who plays for the Avalanche.
Oh.
And then, I would put even David Pastrnak up at that level because he had 60 goles last year. He's been on that tear for a long, long time. And then so Austin Matthews is a prolific scorer. He does get assists, but he is known for goal scoring.
So he's pretty one-dimensional.
No, but he's extremely talented. He can put the puck in the back of that. So some people they'll have they're really skilled and then they just can't finish.
This guy can finish.
He can finish. If you get him the puck in a good spot, it's going in.
He can finish.
He can.
Giggity.
Yeah. Oh man, you made me lose my train of thought.
No, he's a really skilled player. I get it.
Yeah, he is.
But anyway, what did we do with him? Did we sign him?
No, he signed with the Leafs.
He signed with Toronto?
Where the fuck was I going with this job? Damn it.
I don't know. I'm asking questions because I don't know who Austin Matthews really is. Why did he sign with the Leafs? What the hell?
I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, because you were talking about a guy from the Hurricanes.
All right, I'm back. So
he remembers now.
I remember now. Okay, so I was saying, so he's getting paid a contract. I think he's at 13.8 or 12.8, something like that, $1 million a year. So what rank do you think that would be for the highest paid player in the NBA? How do you think that compares? At what spot in the NBA do you think that contract falls?
Oh, dude, bottom 5% of the league.
So what number? What's the number?
The rank?
Yeah.
How many players are in the NBA? Fuck.
12 times how many? 30, right? So.
Is it really 12-man rosters? I guess yeah, starting 5.
300. Let's say 300.
He's 291.
It's not that bad, but it is pretty bad.
And so was
he's
it
110.
110?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He's the highest paid player in the NHL, and he's 110
in the NBA. That's absolutely.
So we're
crazy.
talking about the cap needs to go up. Well, I think it makes sense that they should be paid less because they make less money than the NBA.
Yes,
but not that much less, to be honest. The league is a few $1 billion league, and so is the NBA.
Whoa, really? This is breaking news, folks. I did not know that the NHL makes over $3 billion.
I don't know. I wonder what they make. I say 2.
Holy crap!
How much do they make?
The NHL makes about $5 billion in revenue each year. Now let's look at the NBA.
Watch it be 30.
It's 10.
Oh, okay.
So it's only double.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Whoa, wait a freaking second, Taylor. Wait a second. I got to break this down because I will say this. For the NHL, there is a farm system. Does that money that the NHL makes and that $5 billion go to those farm teams once they dish out to their team, like the NHL teams?
Do the NBA pay for its G League?
Yes. They subsidize that league and the WNBA.
I think so, but they also do support their own selves and sell advertisements and games tickets. And
well, what about
the development leagues are in cities that don't have any sports teams, so they have something to go do.
That's kind of nice.
The Hershey Bears, the Syracuse Crunch, they're in the random small cities that are they have like 100,000 people, but they still have a sporting event to go to.
And people go to those games.
Yeah, and it's fun. I mean, it's something to do. I mean, like a minor league hockey game is still a lot of fun to watch. There's still going to be a fight because it's probably like a
because there's only
it's not college, it's development league.
There's only NHL and then the minors. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
not like baseball.
There's an Ontario league and stuff like that, so they have that stuff for developing. There's also like other leagues like the Connor Bedard was in. Like he was in, I can't remember what it's called, but it's some sort of Canadian league. He was at a Regina.
Regina.
He was in the Regina Pats.
Oh God. But actually, you know what though?
That name is so bad.
I will say this. The players in the NHL, I think, do need to get paid more.
Just think about that name, John. That's so bad. Oh,
the Regina Pats.
The Regina, like, don't think about it. We're just like.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Okay. All right, I'm here. I'm still here.
Well, this isn't OnlyFriends, Taylor.
No, OnlyPants.
No, this is the Only Pats.
Only Pats.
Only Pats. Oh my God. But like,
I'm gonna miss you next week.
I know, because I'll be in the screen next week.
Yeah, you'll be in the screen. I can't pat it the same way.
That's right. Shoot, like
what about the NHL? You're saying?
I think they need to find a way to pay their players more.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
They need to make their stars feel like stars, and I feel like that's kind of gone by the wayside a little bit since Ovechkin and Crosby and let's say Patrick Kane and a few others have kind of slowly waned off and not been good. I feel like the NHL does a good job of giving us a good product, but I feel like they don't do a good job of giving us stars and making their best good players actually feel like stars.
Yeah, it needs to go a little bit higher because I mean, even looking at it, the NHL is the players are the reason why they're making the money.
Of course,
right? I mean, everybody else helps, but the players are there, and they're the things that people want to see. They're getting like about half of what the revenue that's made. The rest of it's going to.
Well,
teams, coaches, the league. Like
I will say,
like $2.5 billion is a lot of money.
Well, they're making $5 billion.
Well, I'm saying 2.5
billion goes to players, coaches, and staff.
Goes to players.
Just players. 2.5.
Well, can go to players because I'm talking like the cap. I think it's like 89 million. So you do that times 32 teams, you're looking at like 2.
That's true, and they did just expand.
They expanded 2 teams.
Yeah,
so that Seattle market is helping a lot.
Seattle,
they're selling out that big stadium.
I will tell you this: as much crap as I will talk about the Pacific North.
Would you say Kraken?
No, the Seattle Kraken. As much shit as I'll talk about the Pacific Northwest and how dreary and like depressing it is to live up there, those fans show out for Seattle Sounders games. They want the Seattle Supersonics to come back.
They want them back. Then they should get them back.
And they show out for those Seahawks games.
Yeah, they're the 12th man.
They like
or the Hawk's Nest, is that what they call them?
Yeah, like the Hawk's Nest or whatever. Yeah, those fans are passionate, and I love to see that.
Yeah.
Because having a good crowd, something that Tampa is really lacking, is that right there. That.
Well, that's not,
fans
we're not lacking that, but we have a lot of that. We're abundant in the sense of sleeping.
Well,
other than a Tampa Bay Lightning playoff game.
Yeah, like I feel like I feel like Tampa sports fans are fair weather fans. I am a very, very loyal fan when it comes to the sports team that I like. I am a diehard Michigan Wolverines fan. I lived through the terrible years.
Tom Brady.
No, those were great years. I lived through the terrible Rich Rodriguez years and also before that. I've been a Bucs fan most of my life, as much as I didn't want to admit it. I went to games. I've been to over 50 Bucs games.
Wow, have you really?
Yes.
I've only been to like 5.
I've been to over 50.
Wow. and I wanted to go every year. I remember my parents would be like, oh, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, I want to go to the Bucs game.
See, I went to probably 5, maybe 6 full seasons of Bucs games, like including preseason.
Really?
Because my dad used to have season tickets. I've been to 3 playoff games at Ray J.
Yeah, and they lose every time.
Yes, they do. I need to stop doing that. I need to stop. I'm a curse.
You literally watched them as the season ended. Like,
yeah.
As they threw the ball up to Cooper Kupp, and you're like, oh my God. Oh my God. Your whole heart just ripped out. You went from like screaming yes to being like,
oh no. What did we just do?
What just happened?
Yeah, I was there when they lost to the Redskins in the playoffs in 2006, 2007. I was there when
Jason Campbell took you down.
Yes, he did. Clinton Portis.
I remember watching that game.
Yep.
On TV.
I was there. In the stands when they lost to the Giants in 2000, what was it, 10 or 11?
Is that when the Giants came in through the wild card and went all the way up?
Yes, I was there. And when they lost to the Rams a couple of years ago. I was there. I've been to so many Bucs games.
We would have won that Super Bowl too if we won that game.
That's true. We really would have.
I think we would have won.
But I feel like Tampa sports fans are fair weather fans. Like nobody shows up to the Rays games as good as they are this year. That stadium, that Tropicana Field, is a ghost town. They're literally trying to give away tickets to people to go to the games. They can't sell the tickets cheap enough. They make them $10 for literally like third base line. $10 to sit there right there where the Rays players are coming out of the dugout. It's literally $10. Nobody wants to go. I don't understand it. They've sped up the game. I've been to a Rays game this year, and it was actually quite fun. Before I knew it, it was the 5th inning. I got there. I got my nachos. I got my hot dog.
And you
I got
my from your seat and stuff, right? And then they have like that kiosk thing.
I think they in certain sections. I think they do. I didn't use it, but I think in certain sections they have it. Not where I was sitting. But like, why?
John, hold on. We're an hour in. Do you want to take a shot?
Should we? I guess we should.
I think so. It's been an hour.
All right.
Are you ready? All right. Cheers.
Wait a minute. No, you're not swigging that. I don't know. Which one do you want? Orange? I'm the Florida man. I get orange.
Well, the Florida man, that one's actually from Chicago.
Then you have it. That's disgusting.
Yeah, that's the trip you didn't come on.
Oh, I could have went on that trip too.
That's upsetting. That would have been a really
So,
good
you
time.
know, before I give my take more on Tampa sports fans and how terrible they are, I could have went on this trip with Taylor. Well, was it you?
Just my whole body just cringed, just like doing that.
It was you. It was Chiggy. It was Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I'd went on that trip because I literally, like the day you guys were going on that trip, I had asked Eric. I was like, Eric, could I have gotten off for this? And he's like, yeah. I would have gave you the time off. I was like, are you kidding me?
You would have had such a fun time.
I would have too. And
I'm gonna have this ready because I don't want it.
oh, that's why I didn't drink all of my mango.
Your mucho mango?
Yeah, I have like a little swig left of mucho mango. But, like...
We did a road trip from Sarasota, Florida, and picked up Chiggy,
Yep, in Gainesville.
our friend Matt in Gainesville, and then drove the rest away up to Chicago to see Matt's family. And he was there. We went skiing down a hill in Wisconsin. We went to Milwaukee. We had a whole like itinerary plan, and his Matt's dad had like points out galore, so he gave us like hotel rooms to go stay at, which we did not fit into at all because we'd go down to the VIP section to go get food in the morning, and we're all dressed in like athletic gear or like basketball shorts, and everybody's wearing suits and ties, and we're like, oh, we didn't know there was an attire requirement.
Yeah.
But we got to stay downtown in Chicago, and then we stayed downtown in Milwaukee, and it snowed, and it was a blast.
Yeah, I missed out. I had to watch dogs.
You did.
I made money at least. But here's our first shot together on the pod. This is going to be a short because this is a special moment for the Champion Bay Sports Podcast and our YouTube channel. This is a Champion Bay Sports Podcast first, being in person.
And this is a tequila. Oh, I thought you meant.
Well,
I thought you said priorities is Tampa Bay Sports, second is drinking.
That's right. Absolutely.
That's in order. Yeah.
But this right here is a special moment for anybody who is a fan because I think the last time I saw Taylor in person was Christmas time.
That's
actually I take that back. It was the wedding. It was our friend's wedding.
I was gonna say
I completely forgot that was this year.
I just saw you. You were best man, and I was a groomsman. But I don't. Yeah, who's counting? I don't know.
I lose track of time.
Yeah, that's true. Cheers, man.
Cheers
to the Tampa Bay Pod.
To the Tampa Bay Sports.
And to the fans who listen.
Hopefully, many more to come.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's nice and disgusting. Oh.
It probably would have been smoother if it was chilled. But it wasn't. That's okay.
Oh, God, that was gross.
I bet that felt good coming back up.
No.
That was not bad, actually.
You know, for being tequila, which I am not a fan of really anymore because I've gotten sick on it way too many times, that still went down. You saw me pouring it. My body creates a reaction.
Oh, God.
When I smell it, it's like Like,
Oh, that's me. That's me with vodka.
They're like, oh, my body's like, oh, you remember last time you had that? I'm like, yep.
That's me with vodka because I've been scarred since I did, what was it, the like 10 shots of.
Oh, from that one night at Bailey's house.
Yes.
Oh my lord! Wow, that's a trip back in time.
That was
from like 2013, 2012. That was a long time ago.
2013, I want to say, is when it was, because it was playoff basketball.
Oh yeah.
No, it was 2014 because it was playoff basketball. I was working at the flower shop at the time, and
because you had to work the next day.
I had to work the next day.
Oh my god!
And
yeah.
I had to deliver a wedding arrangement the next morning at like 8 a.m. and I had to be on time. Like, had to, because the wedding was happening that day.
Oof.
So
and you showed up just sweating.
I literally showed up. So I'm gonna be honest, guys. So it was a shot glass double the size of this that I was drinking 10 shots of, because I lost a bet that the Houston Rockets would make it to the NBA Finals.
And they lost that day.
They lost that game that got them into
out.
the next round of the playoffs.
They got kicked out.
I forget who they played and what happened, but I just remember that I was I was literally this close to being blackout drunk, and Taylor drags me from the bathroom and lays me on the couch and says, "Eat this," which was a loaf of bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why. Well, you were at least alive.
I was alive, at least.
You were at least alive. I mean, you didn't feel good, but you could move.
That's right. And
it's funny though. That next day, I called up work, and you went anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Well, but my job didn't really matter. It was a pizza delivery. I mean, pizza gets there, doesn't get there, whatever.
Yeah, I had to deliver flowers.
That's true. Yours was more important because of the wedding, but
yeah, I showed up to work the next morning barefoot. I showed up.
That's so true.
because I showed up barefoot and sweating profusely because I was an idiot, and because I lived closer to where this party was held, and where Taylor lived was farther away. But for some idiotic reason, I drove to Taylor's house, and then we drove together to this party. Mm-hmm. I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I drove separately so that I could have left earlier and not done what I did.
That is absolutely true.
It is a memory that will last a lifetime.
That is very true.
I will always remember getting absolutely wasted and hating vodka forever. I have not drank vodka since then.
Yeah, that's the first time I ever drank was a vodka, and I was like, wow, why does everybody even cringe at this stuff? And we drank a whole bottle of Smirnoff between the four of us, and we played flip cup with vodka, and then we played beer pong with vodka. We're like, oh, this shit's easy.
It's gross.
Oh, we all took turns vomiting. We didn't realize what we got into, and then I couldn't have it for years.
Was this when Cargower was puking?
No, that was after that happened.
Okay.
This is the first time I ever actually had liquor. So, with Bailey and Dylan and whatever his friend's name was. I can't remember what Dylan's friend's name was, but whatever. Carter or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I forget his name too.
No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, back to sports. The Lightning. So, Hagel.
He signed a big deal.
Brendan Hagel. This is the guy I was telling you about.
Hagel Bagel.
And you couldn't name him. The one from...
oh, yeah.
What game was that? You didn't know him.
It was a few weeks ago when you asked me about points leaders on the team.
Yeah, that's right. It's something like that. And you couldn't name him. You're like, I don't know who that guy is.
I have no clue.
So he's been on the Lightning now. This will be his his second full year on the Lightning, but his third season with them. And he just signed a 8-year extension, $6.5 million per year, which, to be honest, is a little upsetting, unless the cap goes up. If the cap goes up, not a big deal, because I feel like right now, if I look at what he does and his production is solid, but the only reason why he has that production is because of the players he's playing with. He's playing with Braden Point. He's playing with Nikita Kucherov.
And he's playing with the GOAT, Steven Stamkos.
He's not normally on the same line as Steven Stamkos. I've actually never seen them play on the line together. The only time I guess would be on the power play, maybe, but he's normally not out there for that. But he might be more out there for this season because Alex Killorn was the net front presence, and now Brendan Hagel is a feisty little fellow that will go up in the front of the net and be a nuisance. But he's not very tall, so normally they like a really tall guy to be in the way of the goalie, so that they can provide a screen. But anyway, so I think he's worth $5. I think he's a good two-way player. He plays a lot of defense. He had 30 goals last year, which I was surprised about. I didn't realize he had that much. But then I stand by what I said. He's playing with people who are extremely talented and getting him in positions to get open and do this. If he was on the line and he had to drive it by himself, he puts a lot of effort in, but he's not overly skilled to where he's going to get. He's not going to get 30 goals on his own. If you put him on the third or fourth line, he's going to get maybe 20 goals, 15 goals.
So he's a solid role player, not a leader.
He's a role player, and he does his job on that line to be like the Energizer Bunny to get the puck for the star players, so that they can work on getting open, which is good. He's a good, like I said, he's a good role player. Do you pay role players?
No, you don't pay your six man.
Do you pay role players 2/3 of what your stars are getting?
Fuck no.
No, you pay them at least. You pay them half of what they get, right?
Yeah.
$5 million. I'm thinking he's worth $5 million. But
you're not the GM,
hey,
unfortunately.
If the cap goes up $10 million, whatever,
then it doesn't matter.
It does not matter at all. Because like realistically, great. The 1.5 that I'm really worried about. Well, they got another 8.5 to deal with now.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really matter. Like this deal will look good because he's signed also for 8 years. So the cap goes up and up and up. His deal is 8 years. I mean, like, it's not changing.
I mean,
so,
can he restructure?
He can if he wants to, but normally they don't.
But I don't think he's going to be that good.
They only restructure down typically.
Oh, so yeah, there you go. There you go, folks.
I've only heard of restructuring down. Otherwise, yeah.
Well then,
because if they want to win or something like that, so they'll do that. But yeah, I think that's good. I mean,
it's good you have a solid player that's locked down. I mean, as long as he can keep the production what it is. I mean, if he can get 30 goals, like what 30 is, if he go for 30 for 30,
if he can do 30 for 30, but not like Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
But if he can do 30 for 30, because that used to be the Brain Point stat line. He had 30 for 30 like for 2 years in a row, and then he just exploded because he had it was 50. He had 50 last year, 50 goals.
There you go.
Yeah, so 50 goals, and did he have 100 points? I can't remember. I think he did. Kucherov definitely did have 100 points. I don't think Stamkos made it. He was 90-something. But still, it's a solid year for him being older, too.
Stammer, he didn't want the 100. He wanted to give it to Cooch.
To be realistic, he probably was saving a little bit of energy for the playoffs because that's what really matters.
Because he is getting old.
That's what matters to them now.
He's getting old, yeah.
Well, that's what matters to the Lightning now. They're like, yeah, if we can just kind of skirt through the season and be like,
they win when they need to.
They're like, let's go, and then let's light it. Let's start lighting it up for like a couple weeks before the playoffs start.
Because they want to win when they need to stay top in the league.
Which is, you know what's ridiculous about last year? You know when they played in the playoffs and they played the Leafs like 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
The previous season, so not the season from last year, but the one before that. They played the Leafs, right? They got outplayed the majority of those games. The Leafs were working way harder than the Lightning were. And they managed to somehow like skirt away with a win.
I feel like I remember
just
that.
enough to win, right? And then the rest of the next two series, they pretty much showed up and dominated. Like they were like,
I think Toronto
4-1 the next 2-1, but they won in Game 7 against the Leafs and barely. Like they got the Leafs got a goal called away for a pick foul, like setting a screen, a pick, like a
NBA style pick.
Yes, they said it like the player came and like
hit
the defenseman so that the guy can come out in front of the net and shoot. I've never seen that before in my life as a hockey fan. Never seen that call. I was just like, oh no, like it's over. They're up 2-1. It's the third period. It's over.
I guess that makes sense because I don't know if you can just truck a player who's standing still.
You can't just get in the way of someone who's trying to play defense. Apparently, even if you're a
so it's like an offensive pass interference call.
Exactly, it's almost the same as that. I didn't realize it was in the rule book, but it is. It's in there. I didn't know that. I've just never heard of it before.
I guess it's never.
People just don't typically get in the way and do that anyway because I guess it's a.
I guess it's the same thing as goalie interference.
And I think the biggest thing is it's probably a thing that they do. It's just they don't call it unless a goal happened, right? Like if it happened and like they shoot and it doesn't go in, they're like, okay, whatever. Like,
yeah.
You know, but if it happens, then they're like, they did cheat a little bit, like.
Yeah, you can't because I didn't see the play. I don't at least if I did watch the game, I don't remember.
It's John Tavares. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so John Tavares came around the net, and I don't know who, but the defenseman was coming out to play on him. He came up from behind the net and was swooping around. The defenseman was following him and was stick checking him, and like he wasn't going to get a shot off, or at least a good one. It was going to be a fumble of the puck. He was going to have to do a fake and like get it off weakly, and then someone comes and just kind of like
smashes him,
like skates into him, not like chucking him over, just skates into him to get in the way.
Oh, and so it was just enough for Tavares to get,
and it was intentional.
Oh, okay.
It looked intentional because like originally, like they said, like if it was incidental, it's not a problem. Like if they were this guy was skating like backwards this way and looking the other way, and then like hit him, they could be like, well, you know, like they both have right to that ice space.
Yeah,
they're both allowed to be in that space, so it's fine. I'm boring you to death with hockey again.
Well, I'm just trying to understand the play.
Sorry, paint the picture.
I gotta see it because I don't follow the Lightning as heavily as Taylor does. Like he probably doesn't watch every single football game in the league like I do. I watch Red Zone.
I watch every Bucs game.
I watch.
I do watch Red Zone. I do enjoy myself some football, but the problem is I'm not home on Sundays a lot, so
yeah,
it's a little tough. But what was I going to say? So where was I going with that?
I don't know. You were telling me about the Leafs, and
so they were playing. So what was weird about this year is that they ramped it up right before the playoffs started,
and did the Lightning method,
and they were playing, and they played the Leafs. They were playing so well. They outplayed the Leafs in 5 of those 6 games, and they lost in 6 games. Like it's just like there's like you talk about the first game was terrible. They were awful. The second game they played well. They won the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Or it was the other way. Sorry, it was the other way around. They won the first game, lost the second game. They deserved to lose it and deserved to win. Right. Whatever. The next game, they were up 4-1, going into the third with like 3 minutes or like 5 minutes left. You're like, all right, game's over, right? Nope. They just start watching. They're like, oh, well, we're just gonna start watching them just shoot away on this thing, and they completely fumbled that whole game. They got scared, fumbled the game. They tied the game up with like 30 seconds left. Went into the overtime, and it was over already. It was over. They were
dang,
all over them.
So they fumbled the bag hard.
They fumbled the bag hard, even though they worked so hard to get to that position that they were in. They were dominating that game. They shut them down.
Do you think the Lightning just got gassed?
I don't know. I feel like they thought they were comfortable with where they were at, and then they were surprised when they were like, oh, well, they can play well for 5 minutes and tie the game up. Because they are a good team. Like the Leafs are. I'm saying they have good scoring depth. Sure.
I would say that the Leafs are probably the biggest rival to the Lightning.
At this point, they're being that way, especially if this year happens and they end up playing each other in the first round again this year. It's turning into that way because like they're going to keep meeting in the playoffs over and over again until both teams are like dwindle out eventually.
I would say that's because like whenever I've been to a Maple Leafs game in Tampa, it's just a sea of blue.
Well, for both teams.
For both teams, yes, but like in Toronto, like there's a lot of people that live in Tampa that are from Canada, so it's like almost a second home to them.
That is true. There's a lot of snowbirds. I mean, that's why there's hockey down there to begin with, is because everybody from up north is now down south.
Yeah, and I mean that's
everybody likes it. And to be honest, hockey in Florida is becoming kind of a bigger thing.
It
as
is,
time goes on,
especially now that the Panthers are good.
And you have to take credit or give credit to the Lightning and the Florida Panthers organizations. They've started hockey camps for kids in those areas.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
So now, like, kids have an ability to play hockey in Florida if they want to.
Well,
having multiple rinks, leagues, things going on. And we did have stuff growing up.
We did, yeah. We had the Ellington Ice Arena.
And that was it.
That was it.
And that was even it for, like, there was one arena in Brandon, and that was it. Now there's, like, 12.
That's kind of sick, actually.
Yeah, they have leagues for every age group. But they're like, we're sponsored by the Lightning in the sense of like they were hoping that they would create more good hockey players out of Florida because they knew that people in Florida just didn't have the ability to play hockey. It wasn't going to happen. Like there was only one place to play, and it's like, okay, great, you don't make that team. Like, what happens? Great. Oh, you're like, oh, well, the best people are going to make that team, and so those are the best chances they have to make to the NHL. And it's like, well, if you don't make the team when you're 12, right, and then you're like, well, okay. I was going to be really good at hockey, but I wasn't going to excel until I was 15. Well, that person's like, well, I gave up on it. I'm going to go play basketball.
Well, honestly,
it's like, oh.
Well, honestly, it's like that's kind of a really good thing because now more kids can play and make more teams and more leagues.
That's true.
Like that's kind of cool. Like because down in Florida we have year-round soccer, year-round baseball, year-round football, year-round everything. Mm-hmm. So like now that we have hockey, now we can have year-round hockey because it's kind of cool that Florida does have year-round sports. Where you could just sit there and train in the heat.
Well, year-round is a weird way of saying it. If you want to play any sport between May and September, you're crazy. Outside, at least.
I mean, there is summer baseball leagues.
I mean, you do it, but
it sucks.
It is awful.
I grew up playing sports.
In the shade, in the sun, it doesn't matter. You can't escape it.
You get baked.
You're dying.
You are getting toasted.
It's weird. It's like, people bring it up like, oh, you're in a... People say, like, when you're in Florida, they're like, oh, you're getting baked like you're in an oven. It's like, well, it's not like that. No, I'm like...
It's more of like getting steamed like a lobster.
It's like I'm sitting in a sauna.
Yeah. That's basically what it feels like to be in Florida.
That's what it's like all the time. It's like you're in a sauna and you don't want to be in a sauna. Like
That's
you're
correct.
wearing regular clothes and you're in a sauna. No, you're not in like a towel. You're like just like this in a sauna. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is gross. I need to shower again.
It's horrible.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, when are you moving here?
When am I moving here?
Remember you walked out of the airport. What did you say? You're like, oh, so this is what 85 feels like without humidity.
This is what 85, 90 feels like without humidity. It's kind of nice. Even though it is like warm out, it's hot.
Warm, but like you're like, well,
There's no humidity, so it's kind of nice.
It's kind of like nice, having like 40%, so like your lips don't chap, but like
Yeah, and you don't need freaking cocoa butter to lather up, and you don't need to take a shower the second after you step outside.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And we walked outside yesterday out of my car, and it was like 80 degrees, and there was a breeze, and I was like, that was kind of nice. Yeah. I was like, where did that come from? Because it was like last week we had a high because of the humidity. The temperature changes a little more rapidly, so we had like a high of 98.
But it didn't feel like 98.
But no humidity. Well, it felt like 98. It didn't feel like 105 like it does in
yeah. Well, the past, like up until last week and the week before, the average temperature for almost the entire month of July was, and the beginning of August, was 105 degrees. Real feel. It got up to upwards of 110 or more. With humidity. It was, oh my God, hot.
Yeah, that's terrible. We don't have that feel. The real feel here is like the same as the temperature.
Yeah, real feel in Florida is different than the temperature that they tell you on your iPhone. Mm-hmm. It'll say 95, but you scroll down to the real feel and it's 105.
Yeah.
It's because of the humidity. It's crazy right now. But it has been raining more, which, it kind of helps when it's raining. Mm-hmm. But after it's done raining and that sun comes back out, you better get inside real quick or you're going to feel what crabs and lobsters feel like when they're getting steamed. It sucks.
All right, you ready?
Taylor,
you ready for a game?
Are you ready for your game, or do you want me to go first in my game?
I feel like your game is going to be a lot more fun. The one that you've made for me is going to be a lot more fun.
Okay.
So you want to do just your general game first?
We can do that.
It's a very normal game.
My game is...
So I'll make you a deal.
Oh, sweet.
You want to shake on it?
All right, we will. I got to hear the terms.
So... we're doing the NFL passing leaders from last year.
Okay.
All right. I got 10 again on the list, and I got a bonus question again.
Okay.
All right. So I'm thinking.
All right, because I'll tell you my format as well.
If you get 8 out of 10, with the bonus question, 8 out of 10, I take a shot.
Okay.
You get 9 out of 10, I got to get you a Celsius.
And you take a shot?
And I take a shot.
Oh, if you
get 10 out of 10.
And the bonus question?
If you get 10, no. If you get 10.
Okay.
If you get 10 between the total, then you get 2 Celsius.
Oh.
If you get all 11, so bonus question and all 10.
What do I get now?
2 shots, 2 Celsius. It's going to be rough driving tonight.
It's a good thing we've got ourselves a DD.
If you get less than 8, you take a shot.
Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so I can do that. I can run that same format for your game as well because I do have 10 touchdown celebrations.
Oh, interesting. That'll be fun.
I have 10 plus a bonus question.
Oh, perfect. All right, so we're going to run the same thing. So 8 is I take a shot.
Yeah, and then same thing for me.
Yeah, 9 is Celsius, or you get me a Baja Blast or something.
Okay, Baja Blast. All right.
Sure, I'll take it. And then 10 is 2 Baja Blast.
Perfect.
All 11, 2 and 2.
2 and 2. Perfect. I like it. That's a deal.
All right. I think the deal is we have to play both games and then see what our punishment/rewards are.
Okay. So we
have to take them. If we have to take shots, we're going to take them together.
That's right. So do you want me to go first then for my game, or do you want to go first?
I think you should answer first, because your game's more exciting. I think you should.
Okay, so mine should be the main event.
Yes, yours should be.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
All right. So how many seconds on the clock, sir?
I have, because I'm giving you like a good amount of time.
Well, yeah, because you have to act them all out. That's I have to wait. So I don't even know if you should have if I should have a time limit for yours. I should just get one guess for each one.
Okay. All right, here we go. I'm fucking ready, boys. I am ready.
Okay, so
NFL
we
passing
did
leaders.
3 minutes last week.
Yeah.
And you struggled. Do you want
I
to do
did.
3 minutes again this week?
I got to.
I think you could do better with this one.
So I got to think of top 10 passing leaders. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna have to. Okay, I got it. So, I will let you know when I'm starting. Are you ready, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me make sure I have it open. All right. I have it open. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Aaron Rodgers.
No.
He was not a passing leader last year?
Keep going. Come on.
Tom Brady.
Yes.
Jimmy Garoppolo. No.
No.
Russell, no. Derek Carr.
No.
Oh my God. Jared Goff?
Yes.
Ryan Tannehill?
No.
Trevor Lawrence?
Yes.
Tua Tagovailoa?
No.
Justin Fields?
No.
Lamar Jackson?
No.
Deshaun Watson?
No.
Zach Wilson?
No.
Kyler Murray?
No.
Davis Mills?
No.
Mike White?
No.
Mac Jones?
No.
Josh Allen?
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
You
You got 5.
Okay.
You got 5. You got 2 minutes.
Kirk Cousins?
Yes.
Who is the quarterback? Oh, never mind. I can't believe Aaron Rodgers is not on there. That's crazy to me.
Keep going, man. You don't want to run out of time like last week.
I'm trying to think of more teams. Brock Purdy.
No.
I'm just going through the teams in my head.
Go through more teams, man. You missed
Justin Herbert.
Yes.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Matt Stafford.
No.
Really? Jesus
He
Christ.
was hurt.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I'm running out of teams.
No, you're not.
Desmond Ritter.
No.
I don't even know who the freaking quarterback for the Panthers was.
This is so bad. This is so bad.
Matt Ryan.
No.
Who the hell am I missing?
You got like 3 star quarterbacks. 2 star quarterbacks and someone who.
Stars?
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
No.
What the fuck?
Like more than a star, more than that of a star. There's more star than that. 1 minute, 3 left. Hell, go through other divisions, man.
Russell Wilson.
No.
Freaking AFC West. We got Patrick Mahomes already. I said Derek Carr. I said Russell Wilson. And
Go to a different division.
all right, AFC North. Oh, Kenny Pickett.
No.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I said Lamar. And
30 seconds. 2 left.
AFC South. I said Ryan Tannehill. I said him. I said Davis Mills. He was not. Colts. I said Matt Ryan. He was not. NFC South. I already covered. NFC
15 seconds.
West. Who the frick?
NFC East.
Oh, Dak.
No.
Who was the Commanders guy? Tyler.
2 seconds.
Heineke? Trying to think
Why
of.
is this not going off? Alarm's off.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else was a. Oh, I forgot Jalen Hurts.
Yep, he's there.
And
came out of nowhere to be the starter in Seattle.
oh my God, I forgot about the comeback player of the year,
Yeah.
Geno Smith.
Yeah, you know all these guys, man. It's tough.
I was trying to.
You're getting so stuck up on thinking of
I can't believe Aaron Rodgers was not a top 10 quarterback.
I'm thinking of the passing yards that we're talking, right?
Yeah,
who?
like who?
I mean, he had a good pass rating, but not passing yards.
Damn. Well, I got 8.
Yeah, you did. Yep, you got 8.
Okay, I got 8 out of 10.
So I have at least to take a shot.
That's right. Okay, so I did that, but I have a
Bonus
chance to get
question,
9.
So you have all of these, right?
I have a chance to get 9, folks.
Okay, so let me read this off in order so you know all these people, right? Passing leader, Patrick Mahomes.
Of course.
Justin Herbert, number 2. Tom Brady, number 3. Kirk Cousins, number 4. Joe Burrow, number 5. Jared Goff, number 6. Josh Allen, number 7. Geno Smith, number 8. Trevor Lawrence, number 9. Jalen Hurts, number 10. Aaron Rodgers, number 11.
Wow.
By 6 yards.
That's crazy.
Yeah. All right, bonus question. You ready?
Yeah.
All of these players, I'm sorry, true or false? All of these players threw for over 4,000 yards last year.
I know for sure Brady did. He had 4,600. So all 10?
All 10 of
For
these,
over 4,000?
over 4,000 passing yards last year. Shouldn't this be a gimme like you said last week?
No, I said you were trying to trip me up. I'm going to say true because I feel like Jalen Hurts did throw for 4,000 yards, like just barely.
Final answer?
Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
go for it.
You were wrong.
It was it 39?
Jalen Hurts threw for 3,700 yards.
Dang.
He is the only one on this list to throw for under 4,000.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I still got 8.
Trevor Lawrence threw for 4,100 and he was number 9.
Dang.
So, yeah. You were really close. That's why I knew that was a good question. I'm like,
yeah.
Damn, that's tough because most of them did, but one did not.
Damn, but I still got...
it drops off heavily from there. Well, actually, everybody, there's like the 4,000 club, and then it goes to like the 3,700 club. Like,
damn.
It's weird. Everybody's like missed a game. 300-yard game in there.
Damn, that's kind of crazy, actually.
All right, so it looks like I'm taking a shot.
Yep.
Let's see how many.
So you only have to take one shot.
With me.
Okay.
Hopefully, I can get you to take one. So
let's see.
So
how are we going to position the camera?
Let's get moving. I got you. You go ahead and get. You want to be over there?
Should I be over here, over there, or over
you can
here?
be against the wall there, and I'll go ahead and just move this around. We're gonna have to cut this out. So it's fine.
You need to know. I'm not going to say like what the celebration is. I'm just going to do it, and you have to tell me the player. I will give you unlimited time, and I will do my best.
Okay, so you're not going to say. Okay, I got you. You're not going to tell me what it is.
Yeah, I just do it.
You're just going to do it. Okay.
Yeah. So for example, if I were to do this.
Grok.
Yes.
Okay.
You would know what that is. Perfect. So like, that's kind of like what I'll do.
All right, so I got one guess per
one
person,
guess.
And I'll put in one solid final answer, and you tell me I'm right or wrong or not. Or do you want to tell me when I'm done? I think you should tell me when I'm done.
So
can you tally it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have it in my notes, so like I can just put a check
mark next to it.
I'll put a W next to it or an L next to it to get it on.
Literally lost.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I see. It's all shot related, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I lose, I get 2 shots.
That's correct. If you don't, if you get less than 8, you still have to take a shot.
There's still a bonus question.
That's correct.
Okay.
There is a bonus question.
Extra credit. Okay. All right. I'm ready.
All right. I'm gonna probably do this one pretty horribly because I'm not good.
Okay. I'm ready though.
All right. It's like.
Oh God! What the hell is his name? Shit. Justin Jefferson.
Correct.
Okay. What's the name of that one?
The Gritty.
The Gritty.
All right.
Aaron Rodgers. Damn it. Oh no, I know it. No, it's Cam Newton.
Yes.
Damn it. No, he's Superman. Oh shit.
I will say this one is a little bit older.
The Cruz. I don't know. I can't remember his first name. Victor Cruz?
That's it.
I got it. Okay. Oof. Back to the Giants.
That's right.
I was like, wow, that looks really familiar. I was like,
so, this is the one where I need the prop.
okay, you might need to turn into the camera. Make sure everybody can see it. Oh, that is. Oh my god, I said his name earlier. Uh-oh. I'm blanking. He plays for Cowboys. Holy shit. I see his face. I'm not going to say. Terrell Owens.
Yes.
Okay, holy god. I was going to say, I just said it earlier, but I forgot it.
This one you might not know, but it's a very famous one.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, actually, I need a
prop. Are you
prop.
going to give me Cam Newton, or we're just going to say that's stupid? That can't do it.
You said a different name first.
That's true. That's true.
So.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right.
I need to find.
You need another prop?
I guess we'll just say this is the goalpost, and the crowd is behind me.
I don't know. I don't know who did that. I can't remember.
It was Randy Moss.
Oh.
He mooned the Packers
Oh,
fans.
Zeke.
There you go. Easy one.
Is that actually a touchdown thing?
I think he did do
he
that.
Does that like for first downs now.
Yeah, for now he does.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Antonio Brown?
Oh my goodness, Taylor. No.
Oh.
Jalen Waddle.
Oh, that makes more sense. Yeah, god damn it. I know I've seen it before. Aaron Rodgers.
There you go. I had to give you an easy.
So close, but it's just the wrong. It's not. It's a belt, not Superman. What the fuck?
Come on, he would do it all every time.
Deadpool? I'm kidding.
No, that's not a real guess. That's not a real guess.
Fuck. Show me again.
He would just do this. Every time he scored, he would just do this. Real quick. You definitely know this player. And I'll even give you the division he played in. NFC East. I feel like if I give you the team, you'll remember him.
God.
His
No idea. I don't even know what position. I have no clue.
He played wide receiver. I'll give you that.
No idea.
It was Des Bryant. The X. He would throw up the X every time he scored.
I don't remember that at all, but okay.
And then, hopefully, you know this one.
Why? How am I looking right now? How many I got?
How many do you have right now? Because this is the last one. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. Yeah, because you have 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because I missed Waddle.
4, 5.
I missed Cam Newton.
Yeah, you missed Cam Newton, you missed Waddle, you missed Randy's, and Dez.
Yep.
So
now we're even close. Looks like I'm taking a shot. What do I got for the last one then?
For the last one, he would just do the. I'm doing it terribly, but.
Go on. There he is. You got to get a little bit in there.
He would like.
What guy did that? What wide receiver did that?
I'll give you his quarterback.
Okay.
To make it even easier, since you have to take a shot anyways. His quarterback was Eli Manning.
Oh, Odell.
There you go.
Yeah.
He did that a bunch.
Did he? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. No.
And then your bonus question was, who famously jumped into the Salvation Army pot during their touchdown celebration in a Thanksgiving game?
No idea.
It was Zeke.
Did he? I did not.
Yeah, it was Zeke. It was Ezekiel Elliott. The reason why I chose that is because I had to throw in Thanksgiving because that's when he did it, and the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving.
They do.
They do. So, Taylor.
2 shots for me, huh?
2 shots for Taylor.
Oof.
That's an L. I tried to make it signature touchdown celebrations were harder to find than I thought.
Yeah, therefore harder to remember that, I think.
Yeah, it was harder because not every player does the same touchdown celebration every time.
Hell, you should have used Gronk's apparently.
I should have used Gronk's. I really thought about doing it, but I was like, that one's too easy. I tried to pick
too easy. Well, there's a lot of people that do that one though.
That's true.
Yeah.
But there is a difference. My favorite one, I was watching a highlight thing. My favorite one that he does is he catches a touchdown pass and he goes like this, like a robot. And then he spikes it.
Then he threw it.
Yeah. I thought about doing that to throw you off a little bit, but.
Well, that works. Do you want me to take the shot over here? Or both?
Well, we may as well pour both shots.
Well, I'm going to do this side, I guess. All right, back to us. Cheers.
Ooh, be right back.
We're really watching it. Well, that was a one-time thing he did that, right? So
he did it one time, and that's why I put it in there because it was like a famous one.
Yeah.
I wanted to
popcorn was a one-time, but I've seen that a billion times.
Yeah.
So
and I really wanted to.
I almost said Des Bryant for that because he did one to be like Terrell Owens in the future. Like one time, he did it as like a thing. Yeah, I wanted to. I really wanted. Can you pour it for me so I don't shiver?
Yeah, I wanted to put in the one where he pees on the goalpost, like because Randy Moss gets down on all fours like a dog and he pees on the goalpost.
Oh my god!
Like that was fucking hilarious.
Did he do any of that in New England, or he was playing more serious?
Nah, he was more serious. This was when he played for the Vikings. He did this stuff
when he used to moss people.
Yep. You just got mossed.
All right. Well, cheers to a podcast in person that I'm never going to want to do again after this.
I will. I want to do it again.
Oh, my God. Oh. All right. Well, might as well get this fucking out of the way. Oh. Here's to the Champa Bay Pod.
That's right, baby.
I don't know if I want to play games anymore. Oh, God. Maybe I shouldn't offer up shots for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, cheers. Oh, threw that one up. That's gross.
Yeah, let's concentrating. He's trying to summon up the power to drink this last shot.
I could still taste the tequila in my mouth from the last one.
I'm glad that I won, finally.
Oh.
It took weeks.
You're telling me you finally got one.
Finally got one. Now I gotta make sure to get a game every week.
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, not if I'm taking shots. I think the last time I take shots, you just need to buy me a Baja Blast.
That's right. I gotta make games. I gotta think of more.
You know,
NFL
I wouldn't
ones.
have had to take another one if I would have just gotten another one of those, right?
That's true.
Yeah, let's replay. Let's do it again.
No. I almost did the icky shuffle. I don't know if you would have known that one though.
The Iggy Shuffle?
Icky shuffle.
Icky Shuffle?
Yeah, he played for the Bengals
That
back
sounds
in like the
really
80s.
familiar. Is he a defenseman? Defenseman. Isn't he?
No, he was a wide receiver. I almost did Deion Sanders primetime.
Which one's that one?
Primetime is when when he would get a pick six, he would put his hand behind us.
Oh, yeah.
And he would like high step to the end zone, and then once he got into the end zone, he'd go and do another dance with it.
I wouldn't have known that one.
Yeah, it's too difficult. I was like, that's too much.
All right, Becca, you want to come join me to take this shot?
No.
I'm going to take the shot. You can come join us.
I didn't even brush my hair.
Oh, well, you do look awful. So
Fuck you.
that's right. You know, me and John's wife have a really, love-hate relationship. So cheers to that, John.
That's right.
Wait,
Cheers.
will you at least clink me or something?
Sure.
Make me feel
My
like I'm
empty
doing
shot
one. I'm
glass.
doing one with you. Oh, I'm not. Okay. Oh, that just looks awful, and that's what I'm gonna feel like in 2 seconds.
That's right. There it is.
You know, if you savor it and let it sit in your mouth, it's way worse. That one just went straight down.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was
There
good.
you go.
That was good, and I'm done. That's it. It's over. Oh God, it's still there.
So Taylor, you want to do this again next week?
No, not like this.
Yes.
I think drinking on the pod is fine in the sense that
You're slamming down some brewskis.
I think shots is just not for me. I think from now on it's going to be a nice hardcore seltzer or something.
There you go.
Anyway, but yes, I will see you next week. Not in person.
Not in person, but
And I appreciate you being here for our charades and fun. So
that was fun. I had a good
That
time.
was a great time. I'm feeling nice and loose now. So, whew.
I think we should try to do one of these again. Because doing this in person is pretty fun.
It actually was a lot more fun than I realized it would be
It was better.
compared to
Compared to the way we normally do it.
To talk.
I know what you meant. I feel like it is better in person versus the way we used to do it. Like
Well,
the way we normally do it.
Wait, do I even have to say it anymore if it's just behind me?
You could just point.
Oh, okay. All right, your turn.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of this week's episode of the podcast.
Yep.
Because without further ado, Taylor and I bid you all adieu. And a salute to all of you. Goodbye. See y'all next week. Go Bucs!
I'm pointing to a flag that says "Go Bolts" for people who are listening.